Hi guys, welcome. So we have a comment reader. Welcome to the show, Mr. Ben Montage.
Me.
So, what are we making today? We're making cookies. We're making a cookie that is a play on banana bread, pumpkin. Is there such a thing as pumpkin bread?
Yeah.
Okay, and coconut something. And I'm gonna use the recipe from my lavender. I'm gonna use the base of my lavender cookie recipe that we made together a few weeks ago, and that will be on the website soon. I know that I keep saying that, but the website will be on soon. And this is where I created the recipe on a old Nordstrom recipe. Actually, Ben wrote this recipe. So, let's start. And we're gonna step up our game today and beat our egg whites to peak as it should be. So let's start on this lovely scale. What are we doing? We're doing 100 grams of almond flour. Now I have a question for you, almond flour. Question for you guys, are you into the pumpkin thing or not? Because I am. And even though I realize that when they talk about pumpkin spice and pumpkin latte, there's no pumpkin in it. So I'm wondering what this pumpkin thing is when you can just put a bunch of spices in your latte. Anyway, what's your take on pumpkin? I am into it. Let me know. And then we can move on to more.
But you know what else? Pumpkin,
100 grams.
Pumpkin is very Christmassy.
Yeah, but I'm wondering why pumpkin latte? I don't think there is pumpkin in pumpkin latte. I think that there's pumpkin spice, which is just spices. I don't know, that's my take. So we have 100 grams of almond flour. I'm using a white blanched almond flour. You can use a ground almond flour as well. We have 185 grams, very precise today. I think that I'm becoming a pastry chef, which I'm not, but I like to be precise. It's very professional. 185 grams of all-purpose flour, and I'll tell you why 185. Ben, what is their take on pumpkin?
They're all for pumpkins.
Yay!
They say yes, pumpkin. I love pumpkin anything. I like pumpkin. I love pumpkin anything. Also, somebody likes the Smashing Pumpkins.
I do too.
And also, it's a pumpkin latte because squash latte just doesn't sound as good. Come si dice pumpkin in Italian?
Zucca. Okay, so I added the flour. I had planned on sifting the flour to be even more professional, and I forgot. The reason why I'm doing 185 grams is that I want to add 15 grams of buckwheat flour just to feel like I'm being healthy. I mean, this cookie is healthy, but it's very filling. There's a lot. So 15 grams, so basically we'll reach 300 grams of flour in total. 15, don't put too much because it can give a little bit of bitterness, but I really like I don't know, I like it. And it makes me feel like I'm doing good to my body.
Somebody likes pumpkin spice candles. You want to blend
See,
some?
that I don't. They're a little too sweet. Zoe, you're welcome to interact with us if you want.
I like pumpkins.
You like pumpkin?
I like pumpkin
So I
a
like
lot.
pumpkin. So I think I'm making cookies that will make everybody happy. So here we have the mix of flours. Really, I should have sifted through it. Oh well. They were good last week, so. What are we adding here? 75 grams of sugar. Don't put too much sugar because we're going to put a banana. So, banana
There's no
really...
such thing as too
Ben,
much.
actually I'm going to put 70 because I'm going to put a whole banana and I don't want it to be too sweet. And as I always say, you can always dust your cookies with powdered sugar when they have cooled off or down. Cooled off. You guys, you're American, tell me.
What? Cool down.
Cool down.
Or cool off.
Is the same?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. When they're cool.
They're always cool.
So you guys, on Thursday, I have my oath ceremony. So it's gonna be official.
Oath ceremony?
Oath ceremony. I'm gonna have my American passport. Oh, No, why?
Did be quiet.
Okay, so we added the sugar. Then, now let's play with some, no, let's add the salt. A generous pinch of salt. Now let's add the baking powder. I'm gonna put 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Catherine is crying. She's upstairs with Nonna. So my parents are here. The Italians are in town. My brother is arriving tomorrow. It's gonna be very exciting. Now, let's play with the spices. There's no quantity. As I always say, have fun with it, okay? Cinnamon, this is what I'm doing. I'm just sprinkling. Sprinkling.
Yeah.
Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. It's Christmas time in the city. Do you want me as your background singer for your next tour?
Yeah, way in the background.
Ooh.
Susan Stone's Wanderlust Calico.
I forgot to what, yes, what did he say?
Sherry says, hi.
Hi,
Alex and
Sherry.
Dan. Pam Bevins says, bienvenue. Three Little Libras says, Alice, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. A tiny bit of nutmeg. I'm putting a lot of spice in this one. And my favorite, cloves. Because they taste like mulled wine?
Mulled. Mulled wine is made with mules. It's got a
I don't even drink anymore, but you know, it reminds me of that. And mulled wine? No, mulled?
Mulled wine.
Mulled.
Mulled wine has a bit more kick in it.
Well, mulled wine, it looks like mold. Is mold like mold?
Mulled. M-U-L-L-D.
Mold.
Like Martin Mull.
Oh, mulled wine reminds me of the mountains and cold winters. And but then what happened to me is that I would drink way too much wine. I would have remembered that it was winter, it was summer all over, and I would become a mess. Let's put some poppy seed here.
Oh,
Thank God there was no Instagram back in those days. Thank God. Okay, some poppy seed. Let me see. Smells nice. I may have to add a tiny bit more cloves. Okay, then we can taste it later and see if we need to add a little bit more. Now we have all the dry ingredients. No, we need the coconut. Yes, babe.
Somebody wants to know
Yeah.
again, what were the spices?
I added nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, and ginger. So like the pumpkin, I believe they're the pumpkin spices. Now we add 30 grams of shredded unsweetened coconut. Very important for this recipe because it gives the tropical kick to a otherwise non-tropical dessert. Coconut. There's something about coconut and banana. I mean, coconut I think goes well with everything.
Banana goes well with everything.
Also, true. Let me see. So they're all into pumpkin, so we chose the right recipe. What are you guys doing for the holidays? Are you staying at home? Are you traveling? What are you doing? We are staying here with my parents. I'm curious to see what you do. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to chop some walnuts. I would say a half a cup. Not sure. What did we write down for the half a cup of walnuts? You know what I didn't do today? Thank God Zoe's here. I didn't put the do not disturb. Oh man!
Can you do it now?
No, but thank God Zoe's here.
Everybody call in.
No! Don't call me because it's gonna pause. So we have some walnuts. Let's get a nice knife and chop. You know that is one of my favorite things to do. Chop to let go of the stress. So tell me, Ben, are they staying in town? Are they leaving? I'm sorry, I'm not really looking at you guys.
They are, all I know is they're probably all overeating. I know I am. Penny Leslie said that you're a Spice Girl tonight.
Yes, I am. I've always been a Spice Girl. I'm a big Spice Girl fan.
PJT Barnes is traveling to upstate New York, which is beautiful. Pam Bevins is staying in town. Silver Roadmaster is going to see family in another state. Does that mean you'll be in another state of mind, or what? Bike lover Susie is glad that the family's here. Brandy the Rat Girl has divorced parents in different towns, so it's a lot of traveling in one day. There's people home in their jammies. There's people coming with their brother, coming with their nephew.
It's my favorite thing, by the way.
There's somebody's coming with their brother is coming with their nephew for the first time.
Nice.
Nightly
Where-
moth. Well observed. Everything going in this bowl looks a similar color. That is true. We are having a monochromatic Christmas today.
No, because then I'm going to slice the cookies in half and add a little bit of tart blueberry jam. I just gave away my secret.
Do you want to put orange marmalade instead? They'll never
No.
guess that one. It's colorful.
I have a question for you guys also.
Jackie's checking in.
There's a lot of hey, my love. I have quite a question for them about Christmas movies. Yes or no? The answer here is yes, even if they are boring and all the same, and
They
Yes.
aren't. They aren't.
they're all the same.
I beg to defer. Do you want me to shut up and not argue about movies while you're cooking?
No, by all means.
The great Christmas movies are.
Zoe, do you like Christmas movies?
Oh, I do.
We are all on the same page in this house.
What do you think's the best Christmas movie?
I liked the Polar Express growing up.
I've never seen
never
it. but I
seen
read
it.
The book. I own
Yeah.
the book.
We have this. Okay, now, and then I will keep talking about movies.
A Christmas Story is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add my wet ingredients. Let me see that I just want to make sure that I added everything. So let's start with adding the wet ingredients. 2 eggs. We're going to, how do you say, I said the word. We're going to
Beets.
beat our egg whites. So that it's gonna be, it's gonna look actually really professional, and I don't know if it's really gonna make a difference, but
Don't forget
So-
to crack them.
don't get what?
Don't forget to crack them.
No, I won't. So I'm using hazelnut oil, and I'm using how much hazelnut oil here? By the way, this is my recipe. It's not that I'm not going through a recipe book. Ben wrote it for me. I just made it up on Saturday night, and it turned out pretty cool. So I'm not copying. 85 milligrams of hazelnut oil, or the oil of your choice. But I would actually be cautious about the oil of your choice, because one day I tried the same recipe using, instead of hazelnut oil, I used canola oil, and it ruined the cookies. Like the cookies fell apart. They didn't hold. So I think that just be careful. So we added the oil. Now, before adding the eggs, I'm going to add the banana. 1 whole banana. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
People are chiming in on Christmas movies.
Yeah, please let me know, because I want to.
Okay, a few for A Christmas Story. One for A Christmas Carol, but only the old Alastair Sim version, which is the classic one. Let's see. Christmas Carol again. The Ref with Dennis Leary and Judy Davis. I haven't seen it. Didn't know it was a Christmas movie. The Bishop's Wife with Cary Grant.
Okay.
And I think-
haven't seen that either.
I haven't seen it. I'm prejudiced against it. I don't know why. I think, is it an MGM movie? Maybe. Catherine will love The Polar Express. Charlie Brown Christmas. Yes. C. Lots for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Nobody has voted yet for Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo or Psycho.
But what about Love Actually? I know that now
Love
I sound
Actually,
I sound
everybody-
like a cheap commercial chick. Do you guys want some banana? Zoe, do you want a piece of banana?
Everybody hates Love Actually.
Give this to
Except for
Zoe. Give
us.
this to Zoe, please. Oops.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, Love Actually. I love Love Actually.
We got to vote for Home Alone. I knew we would.
Home Alone, yes. Oh my God. I would watch that movie over and over again, skipping the Trump cameo, because
Home Alone is not a Christmas movie. It's a slasher film.
I know. Wait
disguised
a second. We want to unite in this show. However,
Love Actually.
yay! But Home Alone is a great movie. I really love Home Alone. Okay, so we have the banana. Now let's add. I think it's 80 grams of pumpkin pulp. 80 or wait a second. What is it? Where are the cups? Here.
Die Hard.
Okay, now you're gonna make fun of me. Can you believe that I've never seen Die Hard?
You need to see it. We should watch it.
So I'm adding 80 grams of pumpkin pulp. Not too much. I made the mistake one year of putting too much pumpkin and not really. So just be mindful. Just because we like pumpkin, let's not overdo. There are a few things that in life you can overdo. What are the things? What are the things in life that you would overdo? I want to know. Now I'm going to break the eggs. What are the things in life that you would overdo? Tell me. And then I'll think about mine. Ben, what would you overdo?
Chocolate, gelato or ice cream, fudge or caramel on gelato or ice cream, especially if chocolate chips are involved, sushi, especially if caramel sauce or chocolate chips are involved, and Pam Bevins says French fries, and she is right, we have a win.
What is
French
that?
fries.
I would overdo Christmas.
Well, of course. Uh-oh, somebody said we have to keep it clean, right? No, this is Instagram.
No?
You can, actually, it's Instagram, so you kind of do. Homemade eggnog.
Yes.
Hot sauce? Are we just speaking food? Hot. Vegan chocolate cake. Ah, good idea. It has chocolate in it, and no animals are tortured or killed. We like that.
So I'm mixing the eggs, just the yolks. You know what yolks remind me of? And then we can keep talking about overdoing. You know what yolks remind me of, babe? When we were on tour and I was pregnant in Dallas, was that place where we could eat. And I remember I was like 4 weeks pregnant and I felt awful because I was just, you couldn't see it and I was just thick and I just cut my bangs. Like, I don't know why I had the idea of cutting my bangs right before being pregnant, so my face was getting bigger and bigger. And I was in Dallas and I couldn't smell anything. Like, I was so sick. And yolks, what was the yolk job is called. Do you remember, babe?
The place where we ate?
Yeah, in
I don't want
Dallas.
to say anything bad about it anywhere.
No, it was the only place where we
Oh,
ate
it was
in
the
Dallas.
only
Yolk.
place that was good.
Yeah, we
It's
loved
called
it.
Yolk. Yes.
Okay, so the yolks are here. Now let's beat these beauties. Pinch of salt. They probably should have been. No, let's see. I'll try to speak.
No, do you want an apron, sweetheart?
Why? No.
We're about to find out why she wants an apron.
Whoa! Okay, so guys, what are you overdoing? I would overdo Christmas. I would overdo Tracy Anderson when I work out. I love to work out. So then I can overdo basically pasta and pizza and now there are a few things that you can actually overdo and be okay with it. Now, did you put everything in this? I know it's annoying, I'm sorry. I have to do it to look professional. This is gonna give the cookies a beautiful, beautiful texture, I guess. I think it's enough.
You know that they just heard.
Ben, can you put this in the sink, please, so that I don't leave the camera? You don't leak those, there's not.
Okay.
Because you leak when there is something like mascarpone or cake batter, not egg whites. So now we add our egg whites.
Very well caulked, Rob. I don't leak.
Very professionally with a spatula. Even though this dough is so thick that I don't know. Let me do this. Can you see me, guys? Yeah. So these cookies are really simple, and they are. I made them on Saturday night, small as little pearls. I posted a photo on Instagram a few days ago. So you can make these big and almost have the feel of a scone, or you can make them like little pearls. And I can't really do this, but I'll try. And so and if you make them small, just cook them for 8 minutes instead of 10. Okay. Oops. Make it a mess here. I think that I need to add some more. It's interesting. I think that I'm gonna have to add more oil it's weird because it's the same recipe as the other day. Let's see what happens with more egg white. So, please don't judge me the way I'm, if there's a chef amongst you guys, you know that this is not a cooking show. I mean, it is in a way, but I'm not teaching you how to make cookies. I'm just sharing with you my recipe. Yes.
Pam Bevins thinks you just overworked the dough.
No, the dough, I haven't overworked the dough. The dough is very thick because I haven't overworked the dough.
And Constance wants to know.
Is Constance
question? Well, Constance.55
Oh, no,
is
Hi,
sometimes
Constance.
Constance.
Yeah, can I read? There's a question for me here on the questions.
Just
What does
join.
it say?
What's the question? There's one that says, just join. What's the question?
No, there are two questions. I can.
And afterwards, it's me answering it by saying, is there anything you can or want to do or do overdo?
No, but there's a
It's
question.
like walnut sized small. Like how small were the cookies? Were they the size of the walnut?
I'll show you. They
They weren't the size of a walnut.
No, they were the size of an Oreo
Yes, an Oreo
cookie.
cookie.
Nice.
Oh, and You're So Bad commented that if you use a different kind of pumpkin, different brands can be wetter or drier, they have found.
I know, it's true, but this is the same brand. This is exactly the same brand. You know what I have to do now? Can you give me a piece of paper towel off? I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of vanilla.
Tiny.
Tiny essence.
Paper towel?
Thank you, babe. I would strongly advise the use of vanilla paste, actually. I tried it at my friend Cynthia a few days ago in our whipped cream and it was delicious. I like it much better than Actually, this dough, This dough is perfect. It's much better than the other day. The egg whites really made a difference. I'm really happy about it. So these cookies are very easy, very quick to make. And they are a beautiful holiday treat. A beautiful, beautiful holiday treat, I think. We really enjoyed them. So I think that we are done here. Now what we do, we're going to place them on a...
Catherine thanks you all for the birthday wishes.
Yes. Thank you all for Catherine's birthday
I'm
wishes.
sorry, I interrupted you, babe.
No, it's okay.
You're placing it on what?
No, I'm placing on this oven baking sheet. The oven has been preheating to 425. I'm going to put the convection on now, and I'm going to have the cookies with the convection on. Now, if there is a pastry chef, don't look at how I'm going to put the cookies in the... because it's a weird dough. If you haven't made these cookies, it's not a regular cookie dough, so don't judge the way I'm going to place them on the rack. What do our friends say, my love?
Well, somebody wants to know, what are we making? I said pumpkin banana cookies. Is there something else missing? I'm saying pumpkin banana and what?
And coconut.
There are birthday wishes for Catherine.
I think spices are perfect. I don't want it too spicy. The other day I made an orange and spice or chocolate and spice. I love the chocolate with the cinnamon and the cloves. This, I really want, there are so many flavors that it's really difficult to keep the balance. So, because coconut, banana, pumpkin, spices, I don't want anything to overpower the rest. I love to use the word overpower when I'm in cooking because it really makes me feel like a real chef. Now, this is what I'm going to do to put the cookies on the baking sheet. Is really up to you. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to come closer to you guys with the... This is the size I'm going to... So it's like a kernel, I think it's called. No. I'm making them a little smaller because they're very rich. So...
Dollop.
And what happens with these cookies when I make them giant... oh, you know what I didn't put? Oh, man.
What did you not
Well,
put?
I didn't put 15 grams of oats.
Uh-oh, can you put it in now?
No, I think the dough is perfect this way.
That's what I love about this show.
I forgot. Well, I can make them bigger then. There's less stuff in it. I'm going to show you now the size. So it's really up to you. It depends what are you trying to achieve with this cookie. Like the other day when I made them on Saturday, I wanted to bring them to a housewarming party. So I wanted to be I brought like 20, and they were this size, the size of an Oreo cookie. These are for us and for Zoe, but I don't think that Zoe's gonna eat a giant cookie, right?
You never know.
Are these all for you?
Yeah.
Well, Zoe deserves them because it's hard work.
Say when you want to know questions. Or...
Yes, please. I want to
Okay.
know.
Let's see. What kind of cake did Catherine have?
We had a little birthday party at the park a few days on Saturday, and she had with other kids, and she had it was basically a fruit tart with custard. We haven't had anything today. Are we bad parents?
Yeah. She should have a cake. Want me to run out and get one? I can.
You know what I'm craving to eat, you guys? The milk cake.
How far is milk?
Christina Tozzi. Have you know what it is? Oh,
How far is
I
milk?
think the milk is on Melrose.
Do they deliver?
They deliver. That's the dangerous part.
We can see if we can get a cake before she goes to sleep.
No.
Yeah, we could.
Guys, are we bad parents? Like, I don't really give her sugar. So on Saturday, she had the cake. Am I a bad mother that I'm not making cake for my daughter?
Not giving her sugar. Lindsay Coy wants to know, are there traditions you had in Italy that are different in America?
Oh, yeah.
And take your time answering.
I jumped into the answer right away. Alice and taking the time are not two things that go well together. Yeah, everything is a different. Food-wise, like for Christmas, you mean? Because yes, it is. And but I'll tell you the truth. This year, since my parents are going to be here, they never experienced Thanksgiving, so I'm making a Thanksgiving meal for Christmas. I'm very excited. Because they never had stuffing, they never had the sweet potato casserole. Well, we don't have turkey, but we have a beautiful Impossible meatloaf.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so now what I'm doing, I have a few dough left, and I'm gonna put it on another baking sheet or just after these are done. Sometimes my accent really bothers me.
Somebody suggests tres leches cake.
Ooh.
2 people.
Put some more here. I never had a tres leches cake.
Queen
actually.
Hallowed Dragon says, bad parents. Hush. And by Clover Susie said, it will be perfect. Frosting fixes everything. I agree.
Oops.
So no stuff. Liver Ophelia says, preheating is a funny concept because we're just heating it.
I'm making them giant basically because I didn't want to. Am I doing something wrong?
Me.
Oh, I thought Ben just said. And I
You want
thought,
me
oh
to
my
be
God, am I
quiet?
talking too
Or do
much?
you want me to?
No, you don't have to be quiet.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you know that
I
I
hope
do.
so.
You know what? I'm actually making them big for a reason. Because I want to then slice them in half and add the. I'll tell you why I want to put the jam. We were at this housewarming party on Saturday. Beautiful, by the way. Beautiful house. Dear friends of ours. And there was an amazing frangipane from Whole Foods. And there was this beautiful texture of almond flour and a layer of tart jam in between. And I thought it was delicious. It made me. Ben and I were eating a quesadilla, and I told him immediately, I want to do this for my cookies on Monday. And for some reason, it gave me. I thought that it would really up these cookies. So we'll see if it works. This one, and then I think we can put them in the oven. They smell really good. That's a good sign. Ben, comments?
See, somebody was asking, the reason they said tres leches is because they thought you said hot milk cake. But no, you were talking about cake from milk.
From milk. Is that
Where-
Christina? If you don't know who she is, there's a beautiful episode of Chef's Table on her. Christina Tozzi. She's a very special dessert pastry chef, and her store. It's called Milk. So,
Cereal milk.
cereal milk. She created this. She does traditional baking, and not really healthy, but just the good old-fashioned stuff, right? So she found out that what's beautiful about this eating cereal in the morning is then drinking the milk that has that leftover flavor of the cereal. So she created a ice cream, I believe, right? Or a cake with that. Ice cream. And the first thing was ice cream. She was the very first one to create that kind of dessert out of milk and cereal. So, and then she built an empire. And she's smart, she's funny, she's really amazingly talented. And it just, when you hear her talking about her pastry, she just makes you happy. That is one of my favorite actually episodes of Chef's Table. So watch it. I think it was the last season. Okay, these are the cookies. I know that they may look just like the other cookies that I make, but believe me, these are good.
Also, somebody said,
Put them in the oven for 10 minutes.
yeah, they want to know what heat.
425, and I have the convection on just for the first few minutes. And then we're going to turn it off and do a regular baking. Now, I want to read some of your comments, guys, while I eat a walnut. Walnuts are really good for you. My mom tells me that they're good for your cholesterol. Even though when I start eating walnuts, I would just not stop eating them. So maybe my cholesterol goes really down, but then the calories in the day go really up. So I don't know. So then I think that I want to be a comedian, but I'm not a comedian at all. So let me see your question. I know that I'm getting very close to you and I'm eating on camera.
Somebody wondered if you should have more banana in it.
I put a whole banana. Sorry guys, I'm trying to understand where the questions are. I have two questions. Oh no, they're not two questions. Oh. So, walnuts, good for cholesterol, but then when do you stop eating walnuts? So, maybe more banana. I don't know. As I said at the beginning, this cookie, I want to look at the time, has so much flavors in it that I don't want. Banana is really overpowering. And if it was just a banana bread, I would load it up with banana. But here we have, just to give you a recap, we have pumpkin pulp, we have walnuts, we have coconut, we have banana, and we have spices. So I would just try to balance it. And then we're going to add this tart blueberry. I love this jam, not an ad. I just love this brand. It's an Italian brand. It's called Fior di Frutta. It's bio. In Europe, it's organic, they say bio. So this is bio. And Rigoni di Asiago is the brand. And it's really tart, and it's only sweetened with apple juice. So there's no added sugar, which, and I like it because it doesn't and it's beautiful on a sourdough or rye bread in the morning. You want to try, guys? It's seriously good. Any question? Let me see.
Lou wondered if they spread out and ran together on the sheet.
The cookies?
Yeah.
No, the cookies are, when you bake cookies with oil, the characteristic of oil is that it holds the shape of the cookies. Butter makes them expand. So these cookies actually hold the shape very well. They're not going to rise, and they're not really going to be a little bigger probably, but not much. So.
Someone asked about when do you use the convection oven?
In general or?
On this.
On this, at the beginning. Now I'm actually going to turn it off. What the convection oven does to me, I'm going to actually keep it on a little bit more. What the convection oven does to me, it helps create that beautiful crust on the surface, but keeps the cookie very moist inside, which is what I want. I want not really a crunch, but I want to feel the texture of the layer. So I keep it on for a few minutes throughout the cooking, and then I turn it off. Be mindful that with the convection, the external, like the outer part of the cookie, bottom and top and sides, are going to cook faster. So that's usually for certain baking, when you have the convection on, you lower the heat and then a tiny bit. Sorry I'm late. I'll watch again tomorrow. Well, welcome. Do you have a favorite Italian cookie? Yes, they're called pasta di meliga, and they come from my region of Piemonte, and they're basically cornbread cookies with lemon zest. They're really beautiful. My mom actually makes beautiful pasta di meliga. Meliga, I believe, is just another term for corn in the dialect of my region. I'm always learning from you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for listening. Let me see. There's someone else.
So, you know what? Nightly Moth is watching from England. It's 1:38.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Wants to know if you've ever been to England.
I lived in London and I love England. I lived in London, and I'll tell you this little story. I wasn't supposed to move to LA. I had gone back to Turin because I was sick, and I'd been accepted for a master's degree at Westminster College in London, and so London was my dream city, and I took a break. I came to Los Angeles for a job, and I never left. So I actually think that I never found pleasure with London. Things just kept happening for me here. I was offered a job, and then published a book and blah blah blah. And then I met Mr. and so I never left. But London is still my dream. London is home to me, and I love England. I love England. When I moved to England, I loved that the British people were the opposite of Italian people. They were quiet. They would never complain. Italians are amazing complainers. They complain about everything. And in London, the thing that really struck me and that I loved was that people at the post office, they would just be in line and just be this lack of any emotion, and I love that because that's one of the reasons why I left Italy. So love England. Thank you for following from there. Thank you for watching, and hope to be there soon.
They also wanted to know if there was a maximum size, since there was a limit to the size of the cookies.
Oh, the cookie? Not really. I made a version of them that were as big as this. No, I don't think so. What I did the other day, I had some extra dough. I tried to put a cookie on a omelet pan. I wanted to see what happened. I thought maybe I can make some pancakes, and it didn't turn out well. But I think that if you add milk to this recipe, and you make this kind of fluid dough, you can turn these into pretty decent banana coconut pumpkin pancake. But you have to add milk to this. I just tried them, I just put this dollop of dough on a omelet pan, and no, it didn't work. Let me see.
Christy said, Alice, you inspire me. You're such an intuitive, natural baker and maker of good foods, and I agree.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This really helps me to keep doing, it makes me want to cook, and it makes me want to, you guys inspire me, and you guys make me do this. So thank you for that. I feel accountable, and I think that feel accountable is everything for me. Don't forget to stop the convection.
Grazie.
Yeah, I think that actually they're coming out lovely. You know what they look like? Actually, the ones that I made on Saturday, more than these, they look like a little coconut macaroons. Macaroons?
Sí.
Because I think that even if the coconut that I put is actually 30 grams, it's really little, but it gives you can feel it, you can see it, and you can feel it. So they make this lovely little. It's a mix of everything. I'm not gonna dust the powder sugar right now because they're gonna be very hot when I take them out. So.
Real Team Coco.
I don't think you will want my commenting, Queen Hollow.
Because Queen's going in the hospital.
Oh,
I can't see the show next week.
I'm sorry. If you want to tell us why, but you don't have to. I'm sending you all my love and best wishes of, fast recovery. Thank you for being here.
Real Team Coco wants to know if we have a Christmas tree.
We do have a Christmas tree.
Someone loves.
Do you have any tips for sore throat? You know what I use for sore throat? I use only when it's not, when it's time to see a doctor. I'm big about seeing doctors. Echinacea, that's how you pronounce it?
Echinacea.
Echinacea spray. It has some alcohol in it, so it really burns. But I sprayed in my throat. My mom brings it from Italy for me. I spray in my throat. It burns for a second, and the day after, the sore throat is gone. If it's not something more serious. So I don't know. Look into that. Such a heartbreaker. Quiet, yes. Oh, I'm way behind in the. I'm getting shoulder replacement.
Yeah.
Sending you all my love and all our support. I wish I could send you a cookie. Yeah, we will all be sending you. When do you have the surgery? We will all be sending you positive vibes. Okay, all of us. Elderberry local makes fresh syrup and gummies.
For sore throat.
Yeah, for sore throat. May you be spirit restored. Yeah, see, we all are with you. Let me see these cookies, because they may be ready.
Really? Does this mean I get one? Oh, you have to put the jam on, right?
I want to try. We're going to try one with the jam and one without.
I have a bet as to whether they'll.
December 23rd. Okay, so everybody, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. what? Tell us, no, Central, Pacific, Eastern. On December 23rd, we will all be sending a giant, massive healing thought your way, Queen. Yes, Eastern. Okay. I'm going to be awake for sure. Just logged me out. Bad connection. Where I hope I don't miss anything. I'm watching this at the gym. That's really cool.
It is a really good motivation.
No, I don't think you've missed anything. We're about to take the cookie out of the oven. Let's see them cookies. I know. Yes, best wishes. Okay, they're all sending best wishes. Now, let me see. I think they're ready. Ooh.
They look like scones.
They look like scones. Okay, so these are. Ooh. Now, I want to make sure that they're ready. The other day, I saw Jennifer Garner. By the way, her pretend cookie show is hilarious. I love it. But she was testing the temperature of the bread with the thermometer. And I thought it was very impressive. I never do that. So now, the way I know when these cookies are ready, which by the way are the only cookies I bake, I basically lift them and look at the bottom. This means ready to me. So, Ben, what do you think? They're ready? I think so, right?
Do you need to wait for a minute before you cut them in half to do the jam?
Well, I wonder if they're ready.
Or let them rest,
Do we have a?
as the pros say?
No. I don't let anything rest ever. I'm all about doing. No waiting. There's no such thing as rest. Actually, there should be. We don't rest enough. Question for you while I make sure the cookies. Do you guys rest? And do you like to rest? Or should you rest more? I should rest more. Ben should rest more. Zoe, do you rest enough?
No.
No. See, why don't we rest? My friend Constance just came back from Japan, and she was telling me how people there have this, in certain areas, have this cult of going to the, how's it called, the thermal, not thermal, like
Who?
it's not thermal water, it's called the thermal water. They go and they take this bath and they do it several times a day. So they take the time to go and do this healing thing several times a day, which I don't know, I mentally, even with the time, I don't think I would be able to. And I find it such an interesting concept of how in our culture everything is fast, and in other cultures there's really the religious thermal. Yeah, I have babe, now that you may not be interested.
Sorry.
Why is my mom not feeding Catherine? Can you ask my mom to feed Catherine?
I can ask her to feed Catherine.
Yeah.
See.
My mom is with Catherine right now, and I want to make sure that she
Is this here or it is where?
No, the dinner is right there, but in the dining room.
Okay.
Elise prepared it for her.
Okay.
Okay, I want to do this. I think they're ready. Yes. Okay. I'm excited.
You wanted to get me out of the kitchen so I couldn't eat them.
No, you're gonna eat them. I'm going to put 2 on a plate, and we're gonna try both with and without jam. Now, the jam is an experiment. So, if you end up liking the jam, I think that you can play with it. With this cookie, I think orange would be great. I think that cranberry would be great. I would go on something tart to have the different in sweetness, but especially because you might want to dust this with powdered sugar. No, I don't rest enough. I enjoy time with you. Thank you. I really enjoy this with you, guys. It's a beautiful. I really look forward to Monday. I genuinely look forward to Mondays. I was telling my friend the other day. This is the first time in my entire life that I do something with the final goal of taking it to a higher level and to do something to have this becoming a job. But at the same time, I just do it because I love it. Everything else I did in my life had this conditional goal. I had to, that, and this time is just pure passion and enjoyment and creation. I created these cookies from scratch. I had no idea what I was doing. I just had this thing and I created it. It's the first time that it happens, and it's also because of you. So, this time we use my rest time. I will write something and credit you all for the inspiration. This is a nice time to be present and still. Oh, this makes me so happy. If this is your time to, guys, if this is your time to be present and start, this makes me happy. That's it. That's the goal. So I'm gonna cut one of them. You probably should wait for them to be a little cooler before putting jam. Yeah, Ben was right, I guess. I hate to say that, but he was right. So, yeah, if you decide to use the jam, wait for the cookie to be cool.
Okay.
You were right.
I was right about what?
About,
You should have rested?
yeah,
Okay, you're gonna let the rest of them rest?
the other one. So let's try one without. Play with the jam. Yeah, I think that tart cranberry would make it a great choice because, and it would make it some kind of Thanksgiving-ish thing. Orange. I go with this blueberry for two reasons. One, it was the one that I had in the fridge. And B, I really like it. It's the perfect mix of tart and sweet. So.
Did you
What
hear
time?
the people talking about resting? Oh,
Yeah, and a lot of them have
where's
this
the
time.
jam?
I haven't. This is without jam.
Ah,
Is this cooked enough? I'm gonna give you one.
No.
Zoe, but
uh-uh.
what do you mean no? They're not cooked enough?
Yeah, you can go back in.
No, really?
Yes.
You guys, how come?
Somebody said that was quick and they were right, because it's a little too soft in the middle.
Yeah.
Is there time? Put it in for 5, babe.
If they ask you, what is this show about? Don't tell them that is a place where you learn how to cook. Because this is...
Everything is learning to learn.
So I just learned that I should, first of all, you know what I just learned? That I should look at the time when I put the cookies in and put a timer, which I don't. Ma, cosa ti serve? Cosa ti serve? Dimmi. Coltello? Sì. Catherine is eating her dinner. Vieni a dire ciao. Vieni a dire ciao. Do you guys want to see my mom here? At least that she can come and say hi. My mom is here from Italy. Bye, Mom. With a knife on her head. Okay. Hi. Grazie, Ma. So, yeah, we learned that we should put a timer on and keep track of time. It's a journey. Medium rare cookies, yeah. You know what the thing with these cookies is? So it's difficult to understand because with the pumpkin keeps it moist. So it's difficult to understand whether it's just the nature of the cookie or the fact that they're not cooked enough. Ciao mamma, they're all saying hi to you. They're all saying ciao mamma, ciao mamma. Hi Alice's mom, they're all saying hi. Ti stanno tutti salutando. Yeah, mamma is feeding Catherine right now. And Catherine is eating what? Cosa sta mangiando?
Catherine's eating frittata and pasta.
I'll tell you while we wait a few minutes for the cookies. I'll tell you this very quick tip for if you have leftover soup of any kind. Break an egg into it. Not break a leg, break an egg into it. And add some oats. No, just nothing. Break an egg or two according to how much soup you have and make a frittata. I had this leftover soup with spinach, asparagus, and peas, and pasta and rice. They were right, and it was delicious soup. Sorry, I blended the spinach so that Catherine would eat them. I blended all the vegetables so that Catherine couldn't find a leaf, and And I made a beautiful frittata and she's loving it. So she's eating a frittata from super frittata, right?
See?
It was delicious. Let me see. It was probably a little raw.
Yeah.
But
It was a little too soft.
you know what? The
What?
flavor, I just ruined the moment of trying things.
The flavor is rocking.
We should have waited.
Waited for what?
Yeah, it was raw. To tell them the flavor was rocking. Well, let's pretend that I haven't. Do you want to try it? But it's a little raw.
Yeah.
You might want to. Do you want to try the raw
It
one?
isn't
I'm
really
brave.
this raw, it's just a little soft.
Thank you.
It's
like-
not really that raw.
It's kind of mushy. It's kind of liquid.
But the
It's like
flavor
water.
That's really good.
rocks. Zoe approves. Then call them scones. It's all good, Alice. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, she could have. Like the other day, she found a little piece of green something in the apples, and she looked at me and said, "Verde, verde," and she was disgusted by a little piece of green.
Like the other Susie's been a cook professionally all her life and has put some
Well,
things
no,
back.
Susie said maybe missing the oatmeal. It wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe, but she also says that she's had to put things back in the oven still because they aren't done.
Sorry, so late. Oh, is it Katie? Yeah.
Well, oh, hi Katie. Hi cousin Katie.
That's Ben's cousin that just joined us. Should I? Oh my God, the
Want to try it?
convection was on.
Well, let's try it again.
I want to, while these really get ready, I think they're, yeah. I want to show you two things. This is a soup that I am starting for tomorrow, because tomorrow is a crazy day. And I want to have dinner, I want to have a nice dinner for when my brother gets here. So I started this kabocha soup. It smells so good. It's just kabocha, onion, carrot, celery, and some sage and some thyme and some oatly. Let it cook for an hour, and then I'm just letting it rest. Tomorrow I'm going to blend it and make this beautiful velvet kabocha squash soup. So this is what I did today. And also one more thing before we try the cookies and this show. Oh, it's warm. This is our dinner tonight. Oops. Elise's tofu with cabbage and bok choy. It smells divine. It doesn't have jalapeno because I forgot. And to tell you the truth, I have a jalapeno somewhere in a purse in my closet. For real, this is not a joke. I was missing a jalapeno a few weeks ago, and so my friend Cynthia gave me one, and I put it in my purse. I forgot it there. So I don't know in what condition. Maybe I will have jalapeno preserve in my purse right now.
Yes.
Fermented jalapeno preserve.
Wait, what's that?
No, it's tofu with cabbage and
I see.
bok choy.
I thought so.
That dish is perfect with jalapeno, but hopefully Catherine will eat it. I mean, there's leaves, so I don't know. Let's take the cookies out, guys. I think that these are ready now. They smell really good. They smell delicious. So let's try one without the jam and one with the jam. So if you want to treat them like scones, please do. Have them in the morning with some butter, clotted cream and jam. They're gonna be perfect. Or make them smaller, bring them as a gift, or make dessert for you every night. I like to end my meal with dessert every night, even if it's just a little tiny piece of chocolate. We always like to end dinner with dessert. So these are perfect.
Because
Sorry, what happened to Shelly?
Shelly,
Yeah, you said I'm sorry, Shelly.
Shelly Sappho to the doggy's drive lately.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to try it now? I'm ready. I'm gonna show them to you now. And I don't think I wouldn't dust. I would, if you want, I'll give you one, Zoe. I just want
Much better.
right? So I would. It's very hot, so be careful. And you can come here and say hi if you want.
It's still soft.
By the way, before this ends, let's thank Zoe. thank you so much
Thanks so
for
much.
the beautiful video. You guys will all benefit from her talent. How is it? Besides that, is it good?
So we're gonna put some jam and dust it with powdered sugar.
I love it because it's not really sweet.
What do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't dust it. The only reason why we put some powdered sugar is that it's gonna make them look cute. So you can just put a tiny bit, not too much. Ben would probably put a pound of.
I would put
Now let's
like
start with the jam.
2 more.
Can you tell me what they're?
tablespoons
Because
of sugar.
I see that they are.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I was all caught up.
Papà sta leggendo una cosa, amore. Aspetta un attimo, ok, patatina?
Dessert is a given. Somebody got a nice pet urn from. Oh, Shelley got a nice pet urn from Rachel.
Oh, really?
That's I believe so.
Zoe, Rachel is Ben's sister, and she does amazing pottery.
Oh,
She's
wow.
truly talented. She made a few things around the house that are, and she's really amazing. So now, cut the cookie. You know what I can see this cookie with now that I'm thinking about it? Jam, but also a layer of either buttercream or cream cheese frosting.
Ooh.
Babe,
See.
what do you think? A layer of buttercream or cream cheese frosting?
No, what you use is somebody suggested clotted cream.
Clotted cream, yeah.
Use on
Yeah,
a scone.
absolutely.
Buttercream, no, I'm not a buttercream person.
I am.
I know you are,
See, we get along.
but I want this. Oh, Shelley is going to buy a couple of pet urns from Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel is amazing.
And
So,
Shelley, I think you'll be very.
look at
I
how
think it's
pretty
a
they
great
are.
idea. I think you'll be very happy.
We have 2 minutes left, so let's try these.
I know you can't really be happy right now.
You know what I'm happy about? The fact, I know, I'm sorry, I'm talking about happy things, and but that we are perfectly on time, and I like when that happens.
Did you bring the clotted cream?
Really nice. It gives that kick.
Grazie.
Give me a piece of sorry. It gives that kick. Right?
I like it.
Here, sorry. I love it. Love it with the jam. It's really interesting. Yeah, right?
Right.
It gives that tart. So be mindful not to put something too sweet, because then it would really make the cookie too heavy.
Or
But
maybe-
find something tart. Ben, no.
Orange marmalade.
Orange marmalade. So guys, we have 43 seconds remaining. Thank you all for being here. Ben, do you want to say goodbye?
I do. I had to touch my daughter,
Um,
but she wouldn't let me.
So here's the cookies. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this. I had a beautiful time. I made cookies. We're gonna have cookies. And thank you so much for reading the comment. Zoe, thank you so much for this. You guys will have the best format of show ever seen. And I'm really happy. I love doing this, you guys. So thank you for being here. See you next week. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And no, I don't want to spoil my dinner. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye.